Lewis Hamilton's future in F1 and Mercedes. Is Lewis Hamilton's reign in Formula 1 coming to an end? The shocking truth about his future with Mercedes will leave you stunned. In this video, we'll delve into the latest news and rumours surrounding Lewis Hamilton's future in Formula 1 and with Mercedes. From his contract negotiations to the team's potential replacement options, we'll cover all the hot topics that racing fans are buzzing about. Don't miss out on our exclusive insights into what could be one of the most significant shakeups in F1 history. We'll also reveal a surprising twist that could change everything for Hamilton and Mercedes, so make sure to stick around until the end. Whether you're a die-hard Hamilton fan or just curious about the future of F1, you won't want to miss this. Get ready for a wild ride. Is Lewis Hamilton losing his passion for F1? It's been a rough start to the season for Hamilton, who's hoping to bounce back after a winless 2022 season. But in the first two races of 2023, Hamilton has struggled to find his footing, finishing in 5th place both times. Meanwhile, his teammate George Russell seems to be performing much better. Now, as you all know, Hamilton is a 7-time world champion and is tied with the legendary Michael Schumacher for the greatest number of world titles. But lately, there have been whispers that the 38-year-old Brit might be losing his passion for the sport. So, what's going on? Well, let's take a look. Firstly, it's important to note that Hamilton has achieved just about everything there is to achieve in F1. He's broken numerous records, won countless races, and is considered the greatest driver of all time by many. So it's natural that he might be feeling a bit demotivated, especially since Mercedes' recent cars haven't been up to par. Now, some fans have speculated that Hamilton's apparent lack of motivation could be the root cause of the reported rift that exists within the Mercedes camp. According to reports, Hamilton is dissatisfied with the recent performance of the team and has been vocal about his displeasure with the situation. Because of this, tension has arisen within the team, with some members believing that Hamilton is being overly critical of them in their performance. Naturally, Hamilton has maintained in public that he has complete confidence in the team and is doing everything he can to help them improve their performance. But in recent weeks, there has been an obvious rise in the level of intensity of the rumours of a split. So what does this all mean for Hamilton and Mercedes? Well, it's hard to say for sure. Hamilton is undoubtedly one of the greatest drivers of all time, and his skills and experience could prove invaluable to Mercedes. But if the rift continues to grow, it could spell trouble for the team's future success. Is Mercedes conspiring against Lewis Hamilton to bring Mick Schumacher back? So, what's going on? Some fans on social media are speculating that Mercedes is purposely sabotaging Hamilton's performance to make way for Mick Schumacher, who's currently a reserve driver for the team. But is there any truth to this rumour? Let's take a closer look. First, there's the issue of the W14 car. Some fans believe that Mercedes is turning the car in a way that makes it undrivable for Hamilton. But if that's the case, why would they do that? Well, some speculate that Mercedes is looking for a reason to drop Hamilton and bring in Schumacher, who's the son of the legendary F1 driver Michael Schumacher. It would certainly be a marketing dream to have the son of a 7-time world champion driving for the team. But is this really what's happening? It's hard to say. On the one hand, Hamilton has had a long successful career with Mercedes, winning 7 championships with the team. It seems unlikely that they would suddenly turn on him and start sabotaging his performance. On the other hand, some strange things are happening behind the scenes. For example, Hamilton's longtime physio and trainer, Angela Cullen, recently left the team in what some fans are calling a fishy move. Cullen was a key figure in Hamilton's success over the years, so her sudden departure is certainly suspicious. So, what's the truth? Is Mercedes conspiring against Hamilton to bring Schumacher back, or are these just baseless rumours? It's hard to say for sure. One thing is for sure, F1 is never short on drama, and this is just the latest twist in an already exciting season. The Hamilton dilemma: why the W14 is making him struggle in 2023. At the end of the 2022 season, Hamilton expressed his relief at seeing the back of the W13 car, which he had driven to a disappointing finish. However, things didn't seem to be much better with the new car, the W14, as Hamilton quickly pointed out the problems he was experiencing with the vehicle. He went public with his criticisms, indicating that the team had not listened to his suggestions for improvement. So, what exactly is causing Hamilton's struggle in the W14? According to Hamilton himself, it's mainly due to a lack of downforce. In Formula 1, downforce is the downward pressure generated by the car's aerodynamics, which helps it stick to the track and take corners at high speeds. Without enough downforce, the car can be difficult to control, which can affect a driver's confidence and ultimately their performance on track. Hamilton's comments about the W14's downforce have led to speculation that the car design may not be up to scratch or that Mercedes may have made some miscalculations in their department. However, it's worth noting that Hamilton is not the only driver struggling with the car this season. His teammate, Valtteri Bottas, has also had a tough time, which suggests that some fundamental issues with the W14 need to be addressed. Lewis Hamilton faces a massive decision: stick or twist. Now, let's talk about the biggest question on every Formula One fan's mind. What's next for Lewis Hamilton? The past season was not an easy one for the 7-time world champion. His team, Mercedes, faced significant design flaws with their car, the W13, and struggled to keep up with the competition. Hamilton found himself sacrificing lap time and consistency in order to trial new setups to overcome these challenges. Despite the difficulties, Hamilton showcased his skill and determination, achieving 5 consecutive podium finishes between Canada and Hungary. But he fell short of his goal to clinch a Grand Prix victory, ending the season without a single win for the first time in his career. Now, with the launch of the Mercedes W14 being a disappointment, Hamilton is faced with a difficult decision about his future in F1. Should he stick with his team and hope for better performance, or should he twist and move on to a new challenge with a different team? It's a question that has fans and experts alike buzzing with anticipation. Hamilton is considered one of the greatest drivers of all time, and his next move could have a huge impact on the sport as a whole. But no matter what he decides, one thing is for sure: Hamilton will continue to push himself to the limit, always striving for greatness and never settling for anything else. Hamilton's future in F1, a changing of the guard. With murmurs of discontent and a tough start to the 2023 season, is it time for a changing of the guard in F1? Despite his usual uplifting self throughout last season, Hamilton's frustration has been audible in equal measures over the first 2 races. And with Mercedes seemingly regressing, his next contract decision simply has to be the right one. The partnership between Hamilton and Mercedes is one of the most iconic in the sport's history. But with Hamilton's 8th title seemingly increasingly out of reach, the question on everyone's lips is, what's next? According to Christian Horner, a switch to Red Bull is off the cards. So where does that leave Hamilton? The options are becoming more and more limited. There's Ferrari, McLaren, and even Aston Martin. But with time running out, Hamilton's next move could be the biggest of his career. Hamilton has faced adversity before, and he's always come out on top. But with a new generation of drivers like Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc hot on his heels, is it time for Hamilton to pass the torch? The Ferrari dream or the Aston Martin reunion? Where will Lewis Hamilton go next? Lewis Hamilton has always been a fan of Ferrari and has expressed his desire to join the team for over a decade. But is it really a possibility? While some pundits encourage Hamilton to switch to Ferrari to move clear of Schumacher's record, there are 2 major obstacles to consider. Firstly, which Ferrari driver would make way for Hamilton? Both Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz have contracts until 2024, with Leclerc considered a future world champion. Secondly, joining Ferrari would be risky, as the team currently has the 4th fastest car and is undergoing restructuring. Aston Martin could be the way to go if Hamilton is looking for more promising options. With a brand new state-of-the-art factory set to be completed in 2023 and the backing of billionaire owner Lawrence Stroll, Aston Martin could become one of F1's heavyweights in the coming years. The team has already made significant progress over the winter and has become the 2nd fastest team on the grid in 2023. Joining Aston Martin would also mean reuniting with former teammate Fernando Alonso. While the duo has had its share of rivalries, this matchup would be a dream come true for F1 fans. However, the major obstacle here is Lance Stroll, who is central to the new Aston Martin project as Lawrence's son. It's unlikely that Lawrence would want to oust his son from the team, leaving the door for Hamilton at Aston Martin already shut. Hamilton's road to redemption. Can Mercedes rise again to defeat Red Bull? The 2023 Formula One season is shaping up to be a battle of the titans, with Red Bull dominating the early races and Mercedes struggling to keep up. But can Lewis Hamilton and the Mercedes team rise again to defeat their rivals? It's been a tough start to the season for Hamilton, with key staff leaving Mercedes for Red Bull and Aston Martin, and rumours of his potential retirement from F1. But despite the setbacks, there is still hope for the team and their star driver. While Hamilton claims, "I still feel like I have plenty more seasons in the tank, I'm not ready to retire yet, and I know that Mercedes is fully committed to retaining me as their driver." Hamilton's hunger and desire to win an 8th World Championship is as strong as ever, but the RB19 is proving to be a masterful feat of engineering. So what can Mercedes do to catch up? Mercedes has already revealed that they are completely shifting their decision to more closely resemble that of Red Bull, not dissimilar to what Aston Martin has done. But it will take time and patience from both Hamilton and the team to get there. Wolff's recent statement is, "We know we're facing a tough challenge this season, but we're not giving up. We're constantly analysing our performance and making changes to improve our car and our strategy. We believe in Lewis and our team, and we're going to do everything we can to win." It's clear that Hamilton and Wolff have a strong partnership and they're both determined to succeed. But will it be enough to defeat Red Bull and their star driver Max Verstappen? The battle between Verstappen and Hamilton is heating up, with both drivers pushing themselves and their cars to the limit. It's a thrilling sight to see, and one that F1 fans won't forget anytime soon. F1 is all about this: the rivalry, the competition, the passion. Hamilton and Verstappen are two of the best drivers in the world, and they're both hungry for victory. It's going to be a season to remember. The road to redemption won't be easy, but anything is possible with Hamilton and Mercedes working together. Stay tuned to see if they can rise again to defeat Red Bull and claim victory in the 2023 season. And that's a wrap, folks. We've explored Lewis Hamilton's future in F1 and Mercedes, and what a ride it's been. From his first championship win in 2008 to his record-breaking 7th championship in 2020, Lewis has cemented his place in the history books as one of the greatest F1 drivers of all time. But what does the future hold for this legendary driver? Will he continue to dominate the track with Mercedes, or will he take his talents elsewhere? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure: Lewis Hamilton is a force to be reckoned with, and his impact on the world of F1 is undeniable. Whether you're a die-hard fan or casual observer, there's no denying the thrill and excitement that comes with watching Lewis Hamilton race. So buckle up and get ready for another season of heart-pumping, adrenaline-fueled action as we follow the career of one of the greatest drivers to ever grace the track. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you at the finish line.